Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is. Welcome to Mental Health Minute with Doctors Candace and Tyra. How's everyone doing today? Dr. Candace, how are you today?
I am doing amazing. Welcome, everybody. Yes, Dr. T, I am doing amazing. I am blessed and happy to be here, and happy holidays to everyone. I am ready to get started. I'm so excited.
Yes, I know that's right. I'm excited too. Girl, I'm so glad we decided to do this and it's just like doing this with this platform, you know. We've doing things on IG, but we decided to take things one step further and move our platform over so that we can get a broader audience. So this is
Absolutely.
what you got, people. You got the two of us.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we love Instagram. Yes, we have made some amazing people. We have met some amazing people, some great
Mhm.
friends. Just really, Instagram has been good to us. But at sometimes we felt like we was in a bad record deal. So we just glad to be over here.
I know that's right. If we had to be anywhere, I mean, if we had to choose to go anywhere else, this is the place for us to choose to
Yes,
go. And so
absolutely.
again, we are both so happy to be here. So,
Very.
oh my gosh, you ready to jump into our topic of discussion?
Yes, this topic is hits home for so many people. I know
Hmm.
everyone, you know what, T? I know everyone will be able to relate to this topic because
Yes.
I know I can. I because
Hmm.
I can relate from being on the other side to where I was spending all my money and losing my mind,
Hmm.
then being
Hmm.
on the other side and say, you know what? I think I'm
Hmm.
going to take a step back. So let's jump into the topic today. What Dr. T and I have for you today, we're going to talk about the mental and financial toll that the
Hmm.
holiday spending can bring.
Ooh,
Mental
yes.
and financial toll. It can bring on two, a
Hmm.
mental, yes, a mental toll, and it can also bring on a financial toll
Yes.
for that spending and just the holidays,
Hmm.
because all year we can be good or some of us cannot because we can overspend. But it seems like what you think, T, during the holidays it becomes even more.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. I think so. I think it becomes a little bit more prevalent because a lot of people are trying to, you know, some people are doing it for the impress people. Some
Absolutely.
people are doing it because they're addicted to Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping. They don't
Absolutely.
shop all year, but they're addicted to this weekend because of all of the good sales and all of the good things that they can get.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I can get this, I can get that. And so with that, it brings on all of this excitement. You know what I mean? And I think that, people just, it's like any way to save money, they're gonna try to do it. But then you got people that's doing it because they wanna for the love of others, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Okay, they
Yes.
see what other people are doing, and oh no, you're not gonna get that, and I'm not gonna get it too. We gonna all get this.
Yes. Yep. I see that a lot as well. People wanting to keep up with the Joneses. Hey, it won't be
Hmm.
me because I don't know the Joneses, but you're absolutely right.
Hello.
People want to keep up with the Joneses, and you hit it on the nose. A lot of people are spending because, hey, these sales, I can't take advantage of the 50, of the 80, of the 70%
Hmm.
sales.
Yep.
How about this, though, T? Do they
Hmm.
need it? Do you need it? A lot of people are taking advantage of the sales and don't need it. And then
Yeah.
guess what creeps in? You're a clinician, you know, buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse,
Let's
like
talk
it ain't
about buyer's
nobody's
remorse.
business.
Have you ever had it?
You know what? I've had it. I had it before.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I didn't have it where I purchased something and I was just like, why I do that?
Did you try to take it
And
back?
ju-
See what you do? Did you keep it?
and you know what? I took some stuff I took back, right?
Okay.
But I just remember, my mom telling me, stop buying shit and taking it back.
Hmm.
If you buy it, want it, and just keep it if that's what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you is either A, you're gonna lose the receipt, B is gonna be a situation where you're just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I might as well give it away because I kept it too long. Or the other situation is you lose it. And
Absolutely.
people say lose what? How can you lose? You can lose a pair of pants, you can lose a pair of shoes, you can lose jewelry, you can lose everything. You know what I mean? So why put yourself in a situation where you're battling with the losses, so to
Exactly.
speak?
That is so true. That is so true. Now, to me, have I had buyer's remorse? Absolutely. I have
Hmm.
had buyer's remorse, for many, many years on different things because I used to be a shopper. I don't think I
Hmm.
was addicted, but I used to be a shopper. Just
Right.
always have to have and have to have. And now I got clothes that I haven't even worn yet that's in the closet and I don't like to shop now. So, yes, I've
Girl.
had buyer's remorse and you were right. And that was told to me too. Stop taking stuff back. Have I took things back when I had buyer's remorse? Yes. Some things I kept. And then I'm
Hmm.
gonna tell you this too. To I'm gonna tell you T and I'm telling the audience. Guess what else? I regifted.
What?
How about regifting?
Girl, don't talk about the regifting.
Let's talk about it. That's what we do. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're gonna get into this. This is the
Child.
mental health minute. So this is all gonna tie in together. Y'all stick around
Hmm.
because this gonna tie in. Let's talk about the regifting. Because a
Yes.
lot of that, but before we talk about the regifting,
Hmm.
because this is a mental health minute, so let's revert just a little bit about the mental aspect of the over
Hmm.
shopping. So, Dr. T, do you think a lot of us overshop or overspend and have that mental mayhem and madness during the holidays
Hmm.
due to guilt? We feel guilty, so we have to get certain people gifts. It can come from
Hmm.
that feeling guilt, having
Hmm.
guilt, having like obligation, that
Hmm.
mental obligation. You
Oh
feel you
yeah.
got to,
Yep.
you feel you got
Hmm.
to do something. Yeah.
Yep.
So you think that has something to do with it? Guilt, obligation?
I think so. I think so. I think so
Okay.
because people just be, because sometimes, when guilt sets in, it
Hmm.
does something to us.
Yes.
When guilt sets in, it can do a job on us. You know what I mean? And it's up to us to try to figure out, how I can do things without feeling guilty about it. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And that's with all aspects of life. But when it comes to shopping, the guilt
Yes.
is real.
Isn't the guilt real?
The guilt
Especially
is
with
real.
absolutely, especially with those mothers out here that's gonna hear this, that's gonna see this broadcast.
Hmm.
When you have children and you have these sales and you feel guilty because especially if you're a working mom or a single mom or
Hmm.
just not even a single mom, but just a working mom and you're not
Hmm.
there as much as you want to be, that guilt.
Hmm.
So you're going out spending what you really don't have to appease the children. There
Hello.
that they know that has something to do with your mental state, ladies. Come on
Hmm.
now. This is
There you
mental health
go.
minute. That has a lot to do with your mental health. So
Hmm.
that's what Dr. T and we want to give you tips. So stick around for the end so we can help you kind of eliminate that. Because a
Hmm.
lot of times it comes from that guilt, shame, obligation, or being with someone that's in your life, whether it's a partner or a friend. So now you feel obligated to give a gift. You ever been in
Right.
that situation?
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been in that situation where I felt like I had to give a gift, and it was just like I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And it was just like, how do you, the one question that people have is, okay, how do I get myself out of that situation?
Yes, we would like to hear. How you get out of that, T? How did you do it?
Hmm. One time I was able to get out of it, by not attending,
Oh,
by
okay.
not, if it's a way that you don't have to attend, or I know no life is not always about tick for tack, right?
Yes.
But when people do things to you and you're like, are you serious right now with this? And you know that they might have given you a bad gift in the past or something like that. And it's just like it's not even worth me to even give a gift. When it's a situation like
Absolutely.
that, you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm not even worrying about that. I'm good.
I
I'm
like
good.
that. Okay.
You
So
know what I
yours
mean?
was not attending. Okay.
Yeah, not attending or something like that. I mean, because there's places that I haven't attended and I have given gifts still. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Because
Yeah.
of the love I have for that individual. But then you do have, some situations with people that, you're like, I'm good on that.
Okay.
I'm good on that. I'm not gonna do that. No. How
Okay.
about you?
Yeah. Have I had that to where I didn't want to give a gift or I felt obligated. I have felt obligated. And that was many, many moons ago. Yeah, that was many moons ago, everyone, where I felt obligated to give a gift. Do I feel that way now? Absolutely not. Because now I am intelligent enough and conscious and aware enough to know that I am a good person. So just knowing me, and no, I'm not standing on my soapbox or anything or anybody, but just I'm good people. So you're gonna get being in my life anyway. You gonna get whether it's a conversation or a gift. I'm Candace. I'm gonna give you. I'm a giver. So that goes hand in hand. I'm a giver. You're gonna get being with me anyway. We all gonna eat. That's my motto. You know.
Exactly.
So with that being said, I don't feel obligated. Now what I do is from the heart. When I see something and I'm like, oh, this look like her, or this sound like her, or this is cute, or this is nice. I give from the heart. I don't feel I have to do anything. So, but back then, yes. And how I got out of it, I'm going to go and tell y'all, Dr. T, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell the people. I didn't know how to get out of it at the time until I learned, like I stated, about me and the self-awareness and like, hey, you give anyway. So I didn't know how to get out of it. So what I did, I just didn't attend. So I kind of took yours. I wasn't looking at it. You were looking at it as a logical standpoint. I was just like, I ain't going because I don't want to give. I ain't feeling up like that. You know, like that. So that's how I got out of it. Just didn't show up.
Right.
It just didn't show up. And that brings on a good question. When we give, when is it an appropriate time? Now, this is deep, T. Let's take a little deep dive here. When is it an appropriate time to start giving gifts? Let's talk about in a relationship, partner relationship, man and woman, woman to woman, whatever, partner relationship. How long you got to be dating that person to give a gift?
I'm going to say it depends on the gift.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I'm gonna say it depends.
That was diplomatic. I like that, Dr.
It depends on the type of gift. And the reason I said that, though, Dr. Candace, I said it depends on the type of gift because all gifts don't require monetary.
Got it.
Okay. Some people can make things, and they can make a gift, and it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like making, like, you know, I think about like back in the day when people would make simple little mixtapes. You know what I mean?
Yes. Remember that?
But like fast forward to 2021, 2022, we're doing, you know, people are creating videos, creating video experiences, okay, for people. You know what I mean? To show appreciation and stuff for them. You know what I mean? And that is a gift. So how soon is it to show your appreciation for somebody that way? Right now, when it comes to monetary gifts and things like that, you know, we could put a date on it all we want. But at the end of the day, we're going to, you know, you, the individual, is going to do what you feel, especially if it depends on the person that will be the recipient of it, so to speak.
I love that.
That makes sense. If that makes sense,
you know what I mean?
Because some people, you know, some people aren't gift givers, and some people are like have been in situations where I don't know how to give. Like I don't know what I give. You know, like prime example. I was seeing this man a few years ago, and I'm a gift giver. I'm a gift giver. You know, I'm always creating experiences with gifts. Like you're gonna laugh at me, Dr. Candace. Me and my friends, we be doing theme gifts.
I love it.
Like for Christmas, we'll do a whole. Okay, this year is spa year, so everybody will get a spa gifts. Anything related to the spa.
Include me in that. I give gifts. I love that.
And it's just like everybody gives something, you know. And so it's just like, so when we do stuff like that, it's like, you know, it sounds weird, but you know, so with that, I'm always creating experiences with when it comes to gifts, you know what I mean? And so, you know, and so like, you know, so fast forward, this guy, he tells me, he was just like, I gave him something for Valentine's Day. He said, I don't know, am I supposed to give you something?
Oh.
And I said, oh, okay.
What you said?
I just was like, all I could say was, oh, okay, because I had never had that happen before.
Okay.
You know, he was and he was sincere about it. He was like, I've never been in a relationship where we gave gifts on Valentine's Day. I'm like, were you with somebody on Valentine's Day, or was the relationship over in November at Thanksgiving so that you could avoid Christmas and Valentine's Day, and then you resurface back up in March in
Exactly. I
time for
mean,
the
what
spring?
happened in
You know,
February? Absolutely.
exactly. And so it was just like, so at that moment, but it was just like, he's like, well, we did do dinner. We got food, we got dinner or whatever. And I was appreciative. That was fine. But it was just, the whole, and he didn't look at going out to dinner as a gift.
Oh,
He just
okay.
he just looked at it as, that's something we do all the time. Like, I need something else. Like, and I was just like, oh, okay, we do that. That's normal. But I mean, we gonna go out to eat, but I didn't look at it as a, you know. And so it was like later on, he did get me something else. But at
That's
the same time, it was just like, but I was glad he felt comfortable enough to share that.
absolutely. I love the
You know what I
honesty.
mean? Shit,
Absolutely. I love that. I love
hmm
that. And you're right. And I like how I really appreciate it. And I hope the audience appreciate it. You use diplomacy with that. I love when you say, well, it doesn't always have to be monetary. You don't always have to give
hmm
something that, tangible
hmm
or whatever. You don't always have to
hmm
do that. Words,
hmm
your presence, your love,
hmm
that's a gift as well. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like
hmm
that. And like you stated, being with someone, there is no time limit.
Right.
There is no time limit. It's up to the individual. And
hmm
to me, it's up to the individual and it's also up to the gift. I know
Yes.
I'm not too jaded, but it is up to the gift. I don't think you
hmm
should be dating someone that's just me, people. That's just
hmm
Dr. C. Dating someone maybe 2 weeks and they getting diamond earrings. That's all I'm saying.
But that, I mean, but
It's
again,
up
that
to the
depends.
individual.
It depends on
If
the individual and what's
and if they
actually
have it
happening
like
at that
that,
relationship, right? And
yes.
what actually is happening within that relationship.
What's happening?
hmm
Absolutely. Because, like we stated, and we started off, this is the topic of spending and financial and mental havoc that it can have on you and
hmm
spending. So we don't
hmm
want you to break the bank. So it
hmm
is. So I like boundaries. I know
Yes,
I'm the boundary chick, everyone. I like the boundaries. So
I
if you get it
understand.
like that, yeah, if you got it like that and you want to get diamonds 2 weeks in the relationship, then hey, let's all high five. What's up? Right on. That's good.
hmm hmm
However, I really like, hey, let's go up, let's move up to the diamonds. Let's move
hmm
up to that. And like Dr. T said, and that hey, she used diplomacy, and I love it. I love that diplomatic answer. Oh, you could be a politician, Dr. T. I like
hmm
that diplomatic answer. She was like, well, it's up to the people. It's what the people want to do. If you
hmm
want to give her diamonds, give her diamonds.
Yep.
I'm more cautious. Like, wait a minute now, what carat? Now, if it's 1 carat, you paid maybe 2.99. Go give it to her. It's 2 weeks. Wait a minute now. I'm the type. Wait a minute. What we doing for these diamonds? I'm so old school. You remember
You
back
want
in
to
the
know
day,
how you what you do to
what
get
I
them
got to do for
done?
these diamonds? That's all I'm saying. I'm old school, so I guess my age came out, y'all. I'm real old school. It's like, okay, he giving me diamonds on 2 weeks. Here I go calling Dr. T. Girl, what I got to do for these diamonds? That's all I'm saying. So that's why I said, what is it appropriate to, but
hmm
it's to each his own, to each his own. My thing, don't break the bank, be
Yep.
careful, and use
hmm
discretion. That's it.
Yes. Yep.
Use discretion.
There
Because
it
the
is.
woman could say, oh, these earrings are beautiful. I love these emeralds that he got me that you received within the 2 week of the relationship. And here it is, Christmas. Now, if he can afford these emeralds, it may be Jeff Bezos that own Amazon,
hmm
whatever. If he can afford
Right.
those, that's fine. However, just re-examine it. She can either
Yes.
hand them back. Oh, thank you. The thought was so beautiful. This is a
hmm
little bit too much, too soon,
hmm
or you
hmm
can keep them and see how you gonna play that out. That's
Right.
all.
hmm
That's it. So that's my tip on that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
hmm
Now, let's go into the spending for family and friends. Do
hmm
you think spending for family, friends, that include in maybe your partner, your children, family, your relatives, everyone,
hmm
is it an obligation? Because the stores are going crazy. Last year, even in the pandemic,
hmm
stores still made a profit.
Yes.
Everyone still made a profit. Credit
Yes.
card, everything's going up. I mean, people spending their credit cards, going into debt. Do
Mhm.
you think it's wise, which I kind of know the answer to this, but I want to ask you, do you think it's wise when that everyone has to get a gift and spending so much where you're going into debt? How can we stop doing that? With some tips. So let me ask it this way, because I don't want to confuse the audience nor you. No,
Mhm.
you, Dr. T. I'm going to answer it this way. When is it that we need to say, okay, I don't want to break the bank and I feel I shouldn't have to go into my savings to
Mhm.
buy A, B, and C in gifts?
Right.
Do you think it's wise that we should go into our savings?
No.
No. Oh,
I
okay.
think, I mean, my thing is, okay, so I do know banks have that thing called the Christmas Club,
Yes.
and that is a savings, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that is a goal specific savings. That's a goal
Absolutely.
specific savings that is geared only for your Christmas spending. So that's different. So if we're going to dip into the savings, if it's a Christmas club that you got with your bank account, or if you established a side account just for that, then that's okay. But if you're going into your regular savings, your regular lifetime savings, and you just like, yeah, toss it up. No, we're not tossing it up. You
Yeah.
know what
We're
I
not
mean?
making
Because
it
the thing
rain.
is, right, because the thing is, you could put yourself in a poorhouse trying
Yeah.
to keep up with everything that's going on and trying to make sure everybody has a good Christmas. Like, we know things happen in life, and we know, people, yeah, especially over this past year, people have been feeling guilty
Yes.
about, things that has happened, but you can't solve the problems of depression with spending. You know what I mean? You can't use
Mm-hmm.
spending as a coping skill, because that coping skill can be very costly
And dangerous.
mentally, physically, and
Mm-hmm.
financially. And it can, yeah, you're right about that, Dr. Kent. It's very dangerous. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to bark up that tree, because that'll put you down a slippery road to something that you really don't want to be a part of. And I mean, granted, we're already in debt. The thing is, you don't want to put yourself in so far into debt that you're homeless. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Or don't have any food to eat and things like that. So, that's definitely something that we have to keep in mind, when it comes to shopping, because it can get
Absolutely.
bad. It can go south. It can go
Real
south, it can
quick.
go left real quick.
Yes,
And
Amazon is not your best friend, people.
child, let me tell you, I seen Amazon people 5 times in 1 hour today
Yes,
at
Amazon. And
one
so I get
house.
it. I know.
So
So I get it. I totally understand. I've been there. I get it. But Dr. T, you are absolutely right, because it can be a slippery slope, especially if you are battling with depression or anxiety and you're using spending as a coping mechanism. That's not
mhm,
healthy and it's not good. I
right.
have a couple of tips for that. And the first tip that I write down, first, take care of your needs. You
Yes.
want to take care of your needs. I know it's the
Mhm.
holiday season and we all want to give, but
Right.
I have a tip. If you are the host and you're cooking, you do know that's a gift.
Yeah.
You use that as a gift. If you
Mhm.
bought the food, cooked the food, no, went and got it, bought it, cooked
Mhm.
it, and you invite the
Mhm.
family over, that's y'all gift. We all gonna eat. That's my motto.
Mhm.
I love that. We all gonna eat. That's a gift. That's a gift, people. You made the
Right.
turkey, the ham, the greens, and all the
Mhm.
salads and the yams. That's a gift. So you
Yep.
don't have to give your mama, sister, kids, grandkids. That's a gift. Y'all all come over. So that's a
Mhm.
tip. So
Mhm.
anyone that's wondering, should I be giving them something? If you the host, absolutely not. You don't have to break the bank. You
Mhm.
supplied the venue, such as your home,
Mhm.
and you supplied the food. We all
Right.
gonna eat. That's a
Right.
gift. So
Mhm.
you can take care of the needs. The need was we all ate. There you go. So with that being said, take care of all of your needs first, and then your wants come
Mhm.
second.
You got
And
that right.
yeah, everybody
Mhm.
don't have to get a gift that's so expensive. You could
Mhm.
order a lot of candles and different stuff off Amazon. T, you
Mhm.
know this, pass them out. Every woman like a candle, and the ones that don't, even if they don't light it, the candle just smell good and make the room smell a certain way. Those are different things you can do. But
Mhm.
I'm saying, if you are the host of
Yes.
a dinner, that is a gift.
Mhm.
Yes, you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
participate in everything because she is absolutely right. Dr. T is absolutely right. You do not want to break the bank. And like I said, if you are battling with something such as
Mm-hmm.
any type of depression, that is a slippery slope, and we don't want to go down there.
Yep.
We don't want to go down there. And so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully you have some good coping skills and
Mm-hmm.
watch your budget, watch your finances.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
A
Yeah,
very good
watch
one because
your
control is everything.
control is everything, and a lot of us lose that around this time due to something
Mm-hmm.
that's called seasonal defection or seasonal defective disorder, which you
Mm-hmm.
talked about. Y'all missed it.
Yep.
Hopefully, she do it again. She does an amazing workshop on seasonal dysfunctional defective
Mm-hmm.
disorder. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
SAD, sad.
Yep.
And a lot of times people are battling with that around this time of year. So
Yep.
shopping is a coping mechanism for some people that may be battling with that because it'll make
Mm-hmm.
them feel, it'll raise those dopamine levels, those
Yep.
those
Make them
feel
feel
good
real good.
endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you feel, well, I'm buying and I'm giving. So it will
Mm-hmm.
replace something else. However, with replacing that, people, that's a very bad coping skill. So
Right.
what we can replace that with, take a walk, eat, sleep, get you
Mm-hmm.
something good to eat. Because when you eat something good, you feel good.
Yep.
Take a walk, exercise, journal, breathe, get with friends, have game night. There's other things that we can replace that with
So
instead
many
of
things.
shopping. Do you
Mm-hmm.
agree that
I
we can
totally agree.
replace
It's a whole lot of the ways of, coping with it. It's just, how we handle it. And we need people to understand that, you know, shopping is not going to be the answer, you know.
it? Absolutely. So you've done an amazing workshop, and I sat in on that workshop for SAD, a seasonal
Hmm.
defective disorder.
Hmm.
So, Dr. T, can you tell some of the people with that disorder, especially around the holiday time,
Hmm. Hmm.
what is some things, because I just blurted out some things, but you're the expert in that part. What is
Hmm.
in that field? What is some things that maybe they can do, one or two things that maybe they can do, a good coping skill?
Oh my goodness. So when you are experiencing seasonal affective disorder, things I will say is number one, you want to make sure you pay attention to your body, pay attention to your surroundings. You want to make sure that you're in a positive environment. You know what I mean? One that is decreased in stress. And we know sometimes during the holidays that's not easy, but we want to make sure that we're stress free. Another thing we want to make sure is, we want to make sure that we are doing things to improve our mood. We want to make sure we're getting a good night's sleep at night, so that, if we are, starting to feel this come on, being able to go seek help when needed, for seasonal affective disorder. I mean, because the thing is, when it comes to this, a lot of people, initially it started, where it was only the change of seasons, where
Mm-hmm.
we only saw it actually happen starting in the fall, and it would
Mm-hmm.
only go from the fall to the winter, and then everybody be perked back up with the spring. But
Yes,
but guess what? It's taking a toll all the way around, and now it's going a little longer.
especially
And
during the
now,
pandemic.
right, and it's like now you're seeing seasonal affective disorder happen a whole lot more than just the season. It's like extended on into the spring, and because of the weather changing, and because of the time changing all the time. You'll see that,
Absolutely.
because of the darkness. But one thing I will say is you need to be able to know your body and know what your body craves and what your body desires in regards to when it comes to the weather and things like this. Because see, a lot of times we sit back and we think we know, and our environment plays a big role
It
on
does.
seasonal affective disorder. And some people feel like, okay, I'm good in sunnier weather than I am in cold weather. But you
Hmm.
have to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? Because it does play a role on your mental and physical health,
Absolutely.
and being able to identify what makes you happy, you know? I mean, sometimes I met somebody a few years ago and she was just like, oh no, she had health issues. And
Okay.
I was talking to her sons, and her sons was like, yeah, our mom, they told us that, if she stays in her environment, she won't, live, past a certain amount of time. And I'm like, are you serious? And they was like, yeah. And they said, so we asked them, where could we move our mother that will, prolong her life, because she was having issues with her breathing and it was causing her depression, causing her a number of things. And they named like four states and 2 countries that she could live. And she's like, I'm not going none of them places. And so,
Wow.
but she did agree on, she agreed on Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And the only reason she agreed on Pennsylvania because it was near where she was from,
Okay.
which was New York,
Mhm.
And it was just like, and when you look at something like that happening, he was just like, they were like, we was taking her, they had moved her, they took her down to Florida, they took her to California, they took her
Yeah.
everywhere. And
So
it
it
was
had
just like,
nothing to do with the palm trees and the weather.
they just,
Absolutely.
and it was like, and they was like, and their first thing they said was, well, we thought she was depressed.
Yeah.
And of course,
Mhm.
that's the first thought that comes to everybody mind. Soon as they moved her, everything she got healthier, she
That's
felt
good.
good. Her whatever was going on with her respiratory issue was gone, and so it was like a whole life changed.
Absolutely. So it was the environment.
It was the environment. It was the
Absolutely. So you're
environment.
right. The
So you
environment
definitely
plays
have
a
to.
huge part.
hmm
Absolutely. Yes.
Yep,
The
it plays a
environment
huge
plays
role.
a very big part, especially during this time. And if you are in certain environments where the spending and the different shops are open and they open it at 5 in the morning and having all these big sales and you feel you have to be there. So let's
Mhm.
talk about
The
with
hustle and bustle.
yes, the hustle and bustle and that don't want to be left out. What is it called? It's something they what's the brief the
FOMO.
there you go.
The
Absolutely. Fear of
FOMO.
missing out.
hmm
Yeah. Do you think do
That's
you think that has a lot to do with the holiday sales as well? Fear of missing out.
yeah.
I think so.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a prime example. A few years
Okay.
ago, Walmart had a sale on these iPads, right? And they had took the iPad price down to $199.
Wow.
Folks was going nuts running there. A friend of mine went and bought 5 iPads because everybody was telling her they wanted the iPad. But I think they thought that she was paying for these iPads for them. And she was like, I need my money back. Like, what are you doing? I done spent $1,000 on iPads and all I needed was one,
Yes.
you know? And I'm just like, I said, so you go to the store, you buy them out. What about everybody else? But she ran to that store and she camped out and got these things. And it was all because of the fear of missing out. Don't
Yes.
want to miss out. And it comes and but I see people where this happens all the time with the fear of missing out.
Hmm.
Okay. Whether it's a fear of missing out of going on a trip, fear of missing out of going to a party, fear of missing out of going to, a number of things. And it's
Hmm.
just like at some point in life, you just get to the point where it's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
There is no fear.
I know, right? There isn't. I know, but there's fear there that's created within the people that have FOMO, fear of
Mhm.
missing out.
Right.
Do you think? Because
Mhm.
I think, and beautifully said, Dr. T, that I think this is my professional opinion. They create that
Mhm.
within themselves, or do you think it's already been created? Do you think it's created and they jump in the pool, or they create it themselves mentally? To me, I think it's
I th-
mental.
I think they create it mentally. I think it's a learned behavior. I
Okay.
think that I think it comes from childhood.
Hmm.
I think and my reason for thinking that it comes from childhood is because I'm thinking about how people may have been around individuals who had more than them, right? And
Hmm.
because they had more than them, they're like, when I get to that level in my life, in that age in my life, I'm going to make sure that I have, and I'm going to make sure that my kids don't have a fear of missing out of anything. So they're going to do everything in their possible power to never let FOMO be an issue in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Their lives, the children's lives, or anybody else that's connected to their lives, if that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and I agree. And I'm going to add my little 2 cents just on the back. I'm just going to hook on to the back of what you just said. Is
Mm-hmm.
that it's loss of control as well. When you're an
Yes.
individual and you have FOMO,
Mm-hmm.
the FOMO has control. Everything
Mm-hmm.
now, because see, as human beings, we
Mm-hmm.
all want to belong. That's our nature. Human beings
Mm-hmm.
want to belong to some type of party, whether it's the
Mm-hmm.
Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the party over there. Everybody throw your hands up. It's party. It's just a party.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we function. That is human nature. We
Right.
all want to belong. God did not
Mm-hmm.
put us here to be by ourselves. Then He
Right.
wouldn't have put me. I would have just
Mm-hmm.
been over there by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody want to belong. That's human nature. But with that
Right.
being said,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it is taken overboard and you lose control of wanting to be
Mm-hmm.
or
Right.
wanting to belong. So when you
Yes.
want to belong so bad, throwing up quote signs, is when you want to
Mm-hmm.
belong so bad, that's to me, you have lost control.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
so now the things that you want to belong to, they control you
Mm-hmm.
because you're not doing A, B, and C or taking care of yourself properly, such as the topic today the hustle, the bustle, and the mental and financial strain of the holiday spending. You're
Mm-hmm.
out, whomever may be out spending all their money and going into credit card debt because they don't want to miss out or they
Right.
feel they have to do this and that. And you're right, I
Mm-hmm.
do see it can be a character flaw. It
Yes.
is, it's a flaw.
It
And
is a flaw.
it's a big flaw. Now, can it be fixed? Absolutely. Do you
Yes.
think it can be fixed? Think you
Oh
can
yeah, it
rectify
could be
it? I
fixed.
think so.
You know what? It definitely can get fixed. And I mean, it takes a long, strong determination, strong
It's a process.
willpower. It's a
Yes.
whole process. But it's like once you sit down and you think about, like a lot of people should have been taking time and think about this past year and last year. What do you really need?
There you go. Your
What is
need.
it that I really, really need? Like I know for myself, for today, with today being Black Friday, and it was just like I am used to getting up, going out of here, and
Hmm.
being out the door super early in the morning. Like I'm talking about like 6, 7 o'clock. We already in the car. We done hit like the third, fourth store within by 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And just getting there and doing what I gotta do and thinking I'm, getting up all these sales. And fast forward to last year and this year. Last year we went out, but we wasn't looking for nothing, right?
Oh, okay.
It was just we was just buying for ourselves pretty much. And it was just like, and now I look at this year, fast forward to 2021. Ask me, did I leave out the house today, Dr. Candace, to go shopping?
Did you?
Nope.
Me
And
either.
it wasn't because I was shopping online, because I
Hmm.
wasn't.
Hmm.
I wasn't even shopping online today. I was in here. I made my friend was like, "Oh, how you gonna make people cakes and not make a cake?" I made her a cake. I went to her house, and I had been at her house since like 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh,
And we was sitting there talking, and she was like, "I don't want to go shopping either."
that's beautiful. So you did something very selfless today. You
Yeah,
made your friend a cake.
uh
Yeah.
huh. And we did absolutely nothing.
So
We
I
did
take it
like
all your needs are covered because you didn't go out.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
There you go.
I just said my thing is, sitting back and it's just like, we were sitting there and, and her daughter was there and she's like, I'm not going shopping today. I don't even want to go. I don't want to get nothing. I want to save.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and everybody's mindset had shifted so much to the whole I want to save. So we was just sitting there, just talking. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
That's beautiful.
you can do it. It's just where your mindset is at, where you're at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, because you can. She's absolutely right. You can do it. It's a process. And the first tip
Hmm.
for me is
Hmm.
trying to do that self-awareness. Check
Hmm.
yourself. See where you
Yes.
are. Say, okay, I'm spending all this money. I am
Mhm,
going into debt. What do
mhm.
I need to do to change this? And this
Right.
pandemic, I feel that this is my personal opinion about the pandemic. I feel it has shifted and made people a little more cognitive about their
Mhm.
spending. Do you think
Right.
so? I think so.
I think so. I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. I mean, because like I haven't watched the news this evening to see like what was
Mhm.
going on or whatever, but I know, from what I saw earlier today,
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see, like
Yeah.
where I'm at. I'm in Philadelphia, and we always see the drama at the Walmart. It's this one
Yes.
particular Walmart that has a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was
Nothing.
good today. That's
Yeah,
good.
the cameras was out. They was ready.
It was good. Right
So the,
on.
so the
See?
so the media had nothing. They had nothing. Like now, I don't
Right
know what
on.
we're going to see on World News later on this evening. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Because we always, later on at night, that's
Hmm.
when we see all the creepy stories.
Absolutely.
But at this point, nothing. And I'm just like, and that's a good thing.
It is.
It's a good
I
thing to
love
be able
that.
to.
And I'm out here in California and I didn't hear anything. Some of the malls was open today
Mhm,
and the big ticket stores.
mhm.
However, it wasn't bad. They
Yeah,
reported this morning when I watched it, they had more consumers last year and the year before than they did this year.
isn't that
So
something?
so I get it. I mean, maybe, and then we got Amazon. So wait a minute, we got Amazon,
Hmm.
and when you have Prime, it can come the next day, sometime the same day,
Right.
and this
Hmm.
stuff can be really reasonable. But I think
Yeah.
that people are starting to care a little bit more about their
Hmm.
finances. At least that's what
I
I'm
think so.
hoping. I'm
Hmm.
hoping. I know I am. On a personal
Right.
note, I know I am.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what tips would you give, Dr. T, if you had 2 to 3 tips to give someone about, financial and mental spending, like how to stay steady and stable?
I would say number one, create a budget. That's number
Absolutely.
one.
Mm.
When it comes to, thinking about the financial piece with that. Um, because at the end of the day, you don't want to become stressed out. Number two, you're gonna have to think before you purchase.
There you go.
And that's bottom line. Think before acting. You know. Third, control. You
That's
gotta
right.
have control, 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 control. Actually, that could be all three of them. Mental control, is like the whole control. Control, you have to have total control over everything, because if you don't, you will put yourself in a situation. The control to think first.
Yes.
You have
Think
to
before
think.
you buy.
Hmm. Yeah, because the thing number one is think before you do everything.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, Newton's law, third law of motion, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Absolutely.
Know that there is an equal and opposite reaction to
That's
what's going
right.
to happen, after the day, or they'll all be back at that store, like we were saying, making returns.
Exactly. And we don't want to do that. Absolutely. Now, for mine, my first one for the mental part is
Mhm,
know, know where you
mhm,
are mentally. If you are on an emotional roller coaster, or if
mhm,
you're battling something, my advice, people, don't shop. Get your mind right first. Check
mhm,
on you first. I am so big on that. Check on
mhm.
you. You can treat yourself and treat others later, but check on
Yes.
you. So if you are not emotionally where you want to be, that's your first sign. I don't think
Mhm,
I can shop. Let me go and get this mental together. So that's one.
mhm,
Check on you. The second one is regarding mental is pay
mhm.
attention to your mental and financial
Right.
status. Okay,
Yes.
you got to pay attention to that.
Mhm,
The second one, I mean, the third, I remember what I said. Know
mhm,
what your needs. Take care of your needs first. Your wants are later. And we all want something.
mhm,
I want all the time. And that's the beauty of living. That's part of living. But take
mhm.
care of your needs first. Your needs trump your wants. Because once your
That's
needs
right.
taken care of and everything is
Mhm,
okay with what you need, then you can
mhm.
go get what you want. Okay.
Right.
The next one is prioritize. Prioritize. It's very
Mhm,
important. Like Dr. C says, have control, have some prioritize some of that
mhm.
control. Okay, because some things you may not have control over, but you can prioritize. You need to prioritize.
Hello.
Prioritize your money, prioritize
Mhm.
your thinking. And remember what I said about your gifts. Everybody don't have to get a gift. If you are hosting, that's the gift because they're eating your food that you bought
That's
and
right.
cooked. There you go.
Mhm,
So those are mine. And
mhm,
my last one, I think you're gonna like this, people. Dr. T, you may even like it and agree. You could give later and save now. What I mean by that, listen, people,
There you
y'all
go.
know, okay, I'm a Big Lot queen. I know I love Big Lot and Target and all these stores, especially Big Lot. Wait a minute, let me tell you. They gonna have, like they have sales after Christmas and after Thanksgiving. All that stuff
Whole
going,
lot better.
it's a whole lot better. You can give later. You don't have to give your sister the gift on Christmas Day. Okay, that ain't even what
Right.
Christmas is about anyway. You can give
Mhm.
later. I mean, you can
Yep.
give later and save now, so you can
Mhm.
buy it later.
Yep.
So those are my tips. Now, this was an amazing topic.
It
I
was.
love it about the spending, and yes, and it helped me as well. Even though I'm not a
Mhm.
big spender, but
Mhm.
I got some insight. It helped me as well. It
I know
really
that's
did.
right. This was
Yes.
awesome.
I hope they enjoy the mental minute with
Yes.
us.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I enjoyed it. So, T, you
Yeah.
have any last words? Because that was amazing.
Yes. Last words is just maintaining control. Everybody be able to do what Dr. Candace say and prioritize and maintain control, because maintaining control of your life will help you with in all aspects of your life, is being able to take
Absolutely.
control, and don't feel guilty about taking control over your life.
That's right. That's one thing you should not feel guilty about. My last word is our topic today was basically about giving. So, people, I would like to say to the audience, give from a comfortable position. Give where you are comfortable. Don't give where you break
Hmm.
the bank or you're going to be starving or have an eviction notice and can't pay nothing. Give from
Hmm.
a comfortable position. And just know this, giving your love and your time is giving.
Hmm.
So,
That's
that's
right.
more than enough. And that's priceless. There
That's
you go.
right. There it
Yay.
go.
So thank you everyone for joining us on the mental health minute. Thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yes, it was. This was awesome. This was great. So thank you, everybody. Talk to y'all later.